Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, shit.
Cheers.
I just spilled my beer everywhere. Anyway, good start to the episode, but it wouldn't be 5 pints in unless there was beer on the table.
4.5 pints in.
I want to start off by saying support for 5 Pints In is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped has just launched their Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK, and we're also running a competition alongside. We've spoken about this a little bit before, but if you go to manscaped.com and use the code BISH, B-I-S-H, at checkout, you get 20% off and free shipping. And then once you've made that purchase, simply email your receipt in to 5pintsin@gmail.com, and you'll be entered into a draw to receive a signed shirt of your choice by Ian. We're doing this season's shirts, and you need to send it in by October 26th. So you've only got a couple weeks now, 2 weeks exactly, to get that receipt sent over to us. We've had people write in. And you know, we've also received the Lawnmower 3.0. Unfortunately, we're not entered into the competition, Connor, so we can't get a signed shirt from Dad. But the product's great, isn't it? It's just, I don't want to keep going on about it. It's kind of weird to talk about between the family, to be honest.
You haven't got enough shirts, no?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I'm just gonna enter in under a false name and get a
There
sign.
you go.
Yeah, but make sure you go to manscaped.com, enter the code BISH, that's B-I-S-H. You'll get 20% off and free shipping, and you'll get entered into the signed shirt competition. And again, there's just less than 2 weeks to enter into that.
I just want to say, even if you're a Man United fan or anything, and you just want that shirt to clean off all the ball hair on your floor, or use it to clean up all the ball hair, then you're more than welcome.
You'll have to wipe the shit off it first, though.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't think that could ever happen.
Could be the name on the back.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's jump into the episode. So I want to start off, right? We're going to kick off this episode talking about Project Big Picture. I'm going to get into the details here. But I wanted to start off with a little quiz, and if you want to play along at home, you can. So basically, this Project Big Picture is based around the 9 longest serving teams in the Premier League. So I'm now going to test Connor and Ian's knowledge. And if you want to pause the episode right now and write down who you think are the 9 longest serving teams in the Premier League, you can join in. But I'll let you guys start. You're working as a team. So
we're not alternate, Con. So we're not alternate. You name one, I'll name one.
All right, but let's try go from the least likely to the most likely. So don't try to name the top teams. Try to name 9, 8, 7. You know,
we might get stuck straight away though. You might as well get them out the way.
No, I tried to immediately not think about
like,
this as soon as they asked. All right, go on then. I'll go first for 9th.
Go on.
9th. You said consecutive, right?
I wouldn't go down.
No, just get the 9. It'll come to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't go from 9.
Oh,
You're making this hard on yourself.
You want me to just say my 9?
No,
you
say
name one. I'll name another. We'll alternate.
Oh, okay, whatever.
And if you get stuck and I get stuck, you just say it.
You get 3 wrong answers, and then I'm kicking you out and naming the rest of the
No,
teams.
That's fair enough.
Two wrong answers because there's only 9.
Okay.
So
if you get it wrong, you get the other one as the manscape. You're blindfolded.
Okay. I need help saving my balls. Actually,
this episode just got a little weird.
No, all right. I'm gonna try to be difficult about it then. Okay, so I think.
Hey, don't forget I changed your nappies.
Yeah, and we changed yours.
We didn't need Manscaped back then.
It'll be another couple of years, Con.
Yeah.
So it's the 9 longest serving teams. Everton is one of them.
Yeah.
Man United.
Oh yeah, well done.
Yeah.
The most consecutive serving fucking team ever. I'm a puff out my chest when I say Chelsea.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
The Gunners.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah. You got 3 left.
Struggling.
No, hold on. So Everton, United, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Tottenham.
I can't read his handwriting.
Arsenal, Tottenham.
I am drawing a blank, but West Ham.
Yeah.
Is City in there?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
See, I wasn't gonna say them. Okay.
You're never gonna get this last one.
I bet you I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
Sorry, it's the most consecutive win.
Since the Premier League started?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, since the Premier League
All
started.
right, so we get 2 wrong.
Well, since they've been in, it doesn't matter since when the Premier League started. They're in the Premier League now.
It's Southampton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Why?
Okay. So am I.
Why?
I wouldn't have got that.
No, I mean, well, I grew up with Matt Letizia and
Yeah, but
Southampton being.
Haven't they been? They've been down.
Of
since
course they have,
yeah.
and they've always been to me a Premier League team. So
Yeah.
I've always considered them as. That's why I was a little skeptical about West Ham because they've fluctuated a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah, but if you think about all the other teams in there, Wolves, Leicester, Sheffield United,
I would say Southampton
Palace.
before City.
Well,
I almost
I
said
guess-
Newcastle.
Yeah.
but Newcastle were down
coming next
recently.
one.
They went down with Rafa Benitez, and then they came back up, didn't they?
Yeah, I think Newcastle are next, and I think Sunderland
No,
or Stoke.
Newcastle. No, because Sunderland and Stoke aren't in the Premier League right now.
No, I'm saying I know. I'm saying
right now,
if you said since the Premier League started,
it's not since the Premier League started.
Okay.
Right
that's
now,
what
the longest serving consecutive Premier League clubs.
that are in. Okay.
Right now, right now.
Oh, okay, so City
Yeah.
are obviously in it because they've won the last fucking.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
you got it right. I don't know. You're almost talking yourself out. of it.
Easy.
Yeah. So anyway,
So Charlton.
Yeah. So anyway, the point that we're getting to here. So Everton, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, West Ham, City, Southampton is basically the big 6 plus Everton, Spurs, Everton, West Ham, and Man United.
Well, let's change that because I read today that West Ham were opposed to it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe that's because they wasn't included in it. But
So here's the thing.
not the case.
So basically, just to get into why we name these teams. So basically, they're proposing all this stuff that we'll get to, right? But basically, they're saying they want to drop the Premier League down to 18 teams, and the votes for everything on club ownership and all the big issues like the substitutions and all that stuff would only be voted on by the 9 longest serving teams. So obviously, that would change if somebody like Southampton dropped out of the Premier League, another team would come in.
Yeah.
But they only need the top 6 majority vote. So what they're basically saying is that the big 6 would control the league and the EFL leagues below the Premier League, the Championship
But
League.
is it going to be the big 6 or is it the 2 clubs that's proposed it?
Well,
Liverpool,
it's proposed by Liverpool and Man United, but to me, I personally think it's got support from the rest of the big 6 because it basically puts the big 6 in favor of running the Premier League forevermore, you know?
Right.
So-
I don't agree with that.
You don't think so? I mean, we don't know.
No, I don't agree with it happening.
Oh, right, exactly, yeah.
You know?
So the reason this is it's a big issue, and it's not just being thrown out right away because they've sugarcoated it. So the issue is that the lower league, the Championship, League 1, League 2 are suffering obviously with the pandemic, and they need money, right?
And they're in favour of it because they was expecting the Premier League to step in,
exactly.
the government or whoever, and to help them out.
Yeah.
Because they're all threatened with going under. So they're in favour with it because it's happening now and they need it now.
Exactly.
Not that it's going to be best in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So they're willing to take a £250 million rescue fund that would be created right now to help keep them stable. And then there would be £100 million paid over, I believe it was 6 years, to make up for lost revenue. And then after that, it would be 6% of Premier League gross revenues go towards stadium improvements across the top 4 divisions. And then 25% of that Premier League gross income would go down for improvements for player budgets and all that stuff to the lower leagues.
Well, who in this day and age needs stadium improvements?
Chelsea, the new camp.
Just team improvements, Chelsea, mate.
No, I mean those are 2 stadiums.
Well, that's a small one.
Agree,
It's
it's
just a 6%. That's
Yeah.
a small number. The 25% to help them acquire new players and pay for other expenses they have is the big one they're really looking at.
Right.
So basically, it's Liverpool and Man United proposing this. I believe the rest of the big 6 are backing this. What what they're really saying is, yeah, we'll help protect the lower leagues and help keep them alive, but we want to control the 4 top divisions in England, which I think, like you said, you don't agree with. I completely don't agree with it. I do think they need to support those lower leagues, though, because it's important that we have that system that we have. You know, think about the players that have come up through the lower leagues.
England against Belgium. We were saying they've had more game time in the lower leagues than they've had in the Premier League.
That's a good point, actually. So the England starting 11 against Wales have made more appearances in the lower leagues.
Was it just against Wales or was it against Belgium as well?
Against Wales. I didn't hear about Belgium. It was a different starting 11.
Okay.
So England starting 11 against Wales have made more appearances in the lower leagues. That's 1,010 appearances in the lower leagues than the Premier League, which was 928 appearances. So that's actually a really good point leading into this. So England's starting 11 just proves how important those lower leagues are to football. I mean, you know, obviously these clubs, these big clubs, have great academies and they've got these academy players pushing through. But
that's also the funny thing. If you go into the under-23 leagues or the U18 leagues, yeah, City, Chelsea have the most money to go get like the youngest, like they'll get like a 16-year-old from Portugal or whatever and bring him in. Obviously, they'll get the first-time pick, but you'll get teams that have just grown up together, that have just a solid foundation, that the likes of, you know, and like Rochdale or someone like that from the lower leagues who are just better than the City, like the Rochdale under-18s are 10 times better than the City under-18s, you know? So, but once they play against a big team like City who have the money players, Rochdale will get picked apart, the U18s. Picked apart to those teams and they'll grow up. So that's why...
It's grassroots. It's basically the grassroots football, isn't it?
100%. It almost feels like the way you just said it right then almost feels like I'm in a movie and Man United are like the villains. And they've somehow convinced Liverpool to become like villains.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what it feels like. And they're trying to harm the community, you know, England.
Yeah. Well, to me, it seems like a football cartel that's being...
Exactly, 100%.
From you know, the 5 families.
Yeah.
Well, it's similar to La Liga then, yeah?
Yeah, so a few more things.
Yeah, Bundesliga.
Yeah. So just to touch on that, they're talking about creating a B teams. You know, they're talking right now about a B league, but in La Liga, the B teams are in the second division, aren't they? So Barcelona.
But is that going to mean the teams at the bottom of League 2 now drop out into non-league status?
Yeah. So
and it's going to have that knock-on effect.
Well, yeah. So talking about the knock-on effect, they're going to they want to cut the Premier League to 18 teams, right? And then they're going to keep Championship, League 1 and League 2 at 24 teams each. So let's say this happens next season.
Well, 2 teams have got to go from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. They'll probably drop out of professional football into league. Yeah, into.
Some people are going to go from a comfortable salary to a part-time job.
They better have a good plan then.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of shit going on
the plan
that they haven't thought of.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
And it seems to me like the big boys, just although it's looking like they want to take care of the EFL teams, they're really looking after themselves and trying to get.
Of course, they're trying to become a global conglomerate.
Well, they're trading money for power. Really, they're saying we'll help you out, but we want this power because
which will benefit them in the long run because they'll change everything for themselves. Yeah.
So,
right. And is it going to be Liverpool and Man United? Because then you're looking at 2 American owners coming in and running the English Premier League.
Well, I don't think it matters wherever they're from. If people have this much power over football, we need to fucking cut the ties right fucking now.
But that's interesting because basically they're trying to do, you know, they're basically trying to make it into like the top league, the top division is really the only one that matters, is what it seems like. They're saying we'll pay you off just to be there,
like the MLS,
which is what the MLS is really. Yeah. You know, there's no promotion relegation. They just keep adding teams because of the money behind it. So you think about Man United and Liverpool with American owners.
Well, then you think about how do those other teams in the lower leagues become an actual team, and it's just money. Whoever has the most money, whoever has the best facility. If you build that, you can pretty much become I forgot what the league is called. The what's it called? The one below the
NCAA. No, that's the college They're the ones who retired over the college stuff.
What's the other one?
The USL.
The USL.
The MLS, the USL,
yeah.
So it's like
with no promotion or relegation.
Anyone with money can become a team, and like prospect, you know.
So the other thing they want to do is they want to change relegation to, so if they go down to 18 teams, 17th and 18th in the Premier League will be relegated immediately. 16th will go into a 4-team playoff tournament with second, third, and fourth from the Championship, which is kind of like how they do it in the Bundesliga a little bit.
I like that.
Yeah, it's.
But they're taking opportunities of 2 teams from the Championship of getting into the Premier League.
But this also conflicts with
somebody who's been in the Premier League is now getting a second chance.
Yeah, no, but that should be the reward in itself. If you're in the top level, you know, it's almost like redemption. You know, it's because there could be people like. I mean, we keep going back to this. There could be people like West Ham who have a set of 10 games or so that are just absolutely terrible, and it ruins their whole season. But I mean, West Ham are thriving. But I'm saying like anyone could have that, and it can destroy them in the beginning of the season or at the end of the season, where they're a good enough team like Watford, who someone that shouldn't have been relegated has a chance of redeeming himself against people like. No offense to Leeds, they came out so strong. West Ham and Leeds.
Fulham's the better example, I think.
Well, I was just saying West Ham and Leeds throughout all of last season were so dominant, but no one wanted to be on top, did they?
West Brom.
Who did I say? Sorry.
West Ham.
Sorry. Sorry. West Brom and Leeds didn't want to win the Championship last season because it didn't seem like there was that much benefit to it, and they kept throwing games away. They were playing people that were last and losing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it seems weird to me. I just like it cut and dry. First of all, I like the 20 team structure. I mean, 18 teams would make the season less games. So that might be where they're coming from with that point of view, because that's a big topic now with the volume of games. But again, that's also exacerbated right now with coronavirus and the late start to the season. But yeah, I think if you finish 16th, I mean, like you said, they're now taking that opportunity away from 5th and 6th in the Championship to enter that tournament, that playoff tournament. I mean, although has
anyone brought up how it's going to affect supporters?
But should 5th and 6th be rewarded?
Aren't they the lifeblood of the game, you know?
Yeah.
I think
how's it going to affect them?
I think every single sport right now is treating they seem like they have the mindset of the supporters, but they don't. They're just trying to rake in more money, and I hate to say that, but I feel like every sport is exactly like that right now.
But that takes you to the subject now of back in England. Now they're going to charge pay-per-view for the games on the telly.
Yeah,
which is scandalous.
Personally, I think they're doing that just to push the government to allow them to get people back in the stadium. I don't think. I mean, I know I don't see that happening. Like, I don't see it becoming pay-per-view.
Why not?
I think they want the fans back in the stadium. I think if it becomes pay-per-view, it sort of gives an excuse to not have to have fans back in the stadium right away.
Well, if it's pay-per-view and the growing,
because they're looking at it like ticket revenue, aren't they?
Do the ticket prices go up if they get a great deal of everyone? Let's say everyone buys these pay-per-views. Do they charge ticket prices when everyone's allowed back, like, up, because they know, like, the supply and demand, they know people want to watch it because of it's like they're testing the waters.
Yeah.
And I hate that. And it's so obvious, but there's so many people out there that are just like, fuck it. I have £15. I can watch it, you know? Mm-hmm. You're the problem, you know? Like put your foot down. You got to help. Like, you got to stop these people trying to, like...
Yeah.
What's going to send people into the pubs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I hate to say this on this podcast, but, like, you know when you go into a pub on a Saturday with a 12 o'clock game or something, and you don't want to go see it at the stadium, but they would have it on an Irish channel, or they would stream it on
there's going to be
a Scottish channel, and that's like they're trying to take that away as much as possible.
Mm. I personally just think they're trying to put some pressure on the government to let fans back in the stadium. I mean, they had fans in the stadium in France versus Portugal.
But even when the fans are back in the stadium, mate, they're still going to charge for the televised
There's
games.
people waiting outside the stadium.
Not everyone can get the tickets. Not everyone can go.
Demand is there.
Yeah, but they're strictly looking to replace that ticket revenue, aren't they? That's what the whole point is.
See, sorry, I didn't mean to bring this up, but the sheer fact that there's the likes of Ozil who's paying for a mascot, which is, let's say the mascot, let's say a good mascot gets 60,000 a year. Okay, that's a bit. I feel like I'm giving him a little bit more.
No, I think I think the Arsenal mascot. He's been there since '93. He'd probably get more than that.
Okay, all right. Let's say he's on
by
100,000
the way, Con, I don't know if it's just rumor, but in Ozil's contract it said if he stayed there till 2020, he got an £8 million bonus.
Yeah, he just got it.
Yeah, I know, but never mind.
You can buy Jurassic Park, mate.
Yeah.
Wait, did you not see the thing online about? Yeah, I see the thing online about now we know where Ozil's been hiding, and it's a picture of him with the Gunnosaurus helmet.
Mate, I said that, didn't I?
Yeah, I think yeah.
That's where he's been turning up for every game.
Yeah.
How is it that football's complaining about I know it's a global pandemic, but how is it that football's complaining about money with how much they pay their players, and not only how much they pay their players, because obviously it branches down to the clubs. Ozil's paying for a mascot for, let's say it is 100,000. Okay, he's getting great money. Mm-hmm. That's what 1 week out of Ozil's wages.
I think he makes more than 100,000.
He's on 350 or something.
Okay, that's
something
half.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay, that's half.
But even if he was only on 100,
yeah,
exactly.
A week compared to the year.
He gets 51 other paychecks of 100,000. So why is it that we're complaining about money in the most populated, most invested fucking sport ever? Mm-hmm. Why is it that they're making cuts and affecting actual gameplay when... Sorry, I haven't really thought about this because it's just so obvious they're running it like a business. It's pissing me off so much.
Yeah.
That I don't know what to say.
Well, look, I think that's why they've had to come to a head with this issue with the EFL leagues and the clubs down below, because they're actually having to, go into administration and like, they've got real the clubs down in the lower leagues have real financial issues.
But how do they not look at that as the 4 leagues or however many leagues you want to consider professional below the Premier League are all thriving to become part of the Premier League? They're not just sitting there content where they are. Mm-hmm. Maybe some players are in some leagues, but they all. I mean, you talk about League 1, League 2, they're side jobs for people. They have other jobs to where, you look at the likes of Vardy.
I think League 1 and 2, they're full.
I think they're full time now.
Full time, yeah.
Oh, okay, well,
3 and 3 and lower.
I hope they are.
I mean, it's not. It's not like
It's
not the sort of money that at 35. Let's put your feet up and relax.
No,
you can still be considered a professional and get 30,000 a year. Which is less than what a teacher makes. Which is even still, people can't live off this and dedicate 6 days out the week, 14 hours a day to it when they're not getting paid anything, and they're trying to grab the money from the wrong location, and they're sucking it out from the good people that I don't know. I'm getting too flustered.
No. I completely agree with your point, and I think that's why
they're complaining about England, and then they're trying to suck the funds out of trying to get English talent. What the where's your argument?
Did I not get the memo, by the way, with the England shirts with your loyalty?
I don't think so. I mean,
funny enough, I've only just noticed that this is the only shirt I have washed. No, I've been looking at the most recent episodes, and I noticed I'll wear the Belgium shirt almost two episodes in a row or something like that. So
yeah.
I had to put this on the back burner.
Honestly, I just going to the England game on Saturday. It wasn't the best performance, but I'm just happy we beat Belgium. I wouldn't have. I was talking to someone and they wanted to put a bet on that game, and I for a split second I was like, you know what, I'll bet on England. And then I realized
I wouldn't have.
It was Josh. And
if you'd have done that, you'd have shit yourself when you seen the lineup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why I didn't. I was like, oh yeah, it's England. I'm not
3 fullbacks.
3 right backs, no left backs.
3 right backs, one of them playing centre back.
Yeah.
And then two holding mids.
Yeah.
Two holding midfield players.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
To be fair, I'm not as mad because I saw Trippier and I thought he was considered the right back, and I almost fucking lost it.
You know what's funny?
Yeah,
like, there's that picture that you sent of all England's right backs right now. It was Trippier, Walker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, and the Brighton Lamptey.
Oh
yeah,
my God,
and we're talking about how many right backs England has, and then he tries to play all of them in one starting lineup. But then you've got that, and then you've got, first of all,
sorry mate, can you see how England stifles Alexander-Arnold?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even in a back five, he should be able to bomb on, and he should be playing as a right winger in a back five, pretty much.
See, this is hilarious right now. Obviously, you've felt this your whole life, and I know you're both City fans and whatever, but I say this to all my friends whenever they ask me about England. England's Chelsea. We're great on paper. We have the best potential. We're just gonna do shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny being an England/Chelsea fan because there's nothing. You're so pessimistic, but you're optimistic at the same time. You know you can go out and beat Belgium, but you know you can also get thrashed by them 5-0.
Yeah.
You know, so it's you never bet on them. You never count all your eggs. You know.
Yeah.
See, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've talked about this. We've talked about it. I've fallen out of love with England anyway.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I want to see football. I want to see characters. I want to see attack-minded players. I want to see, I want to see quality. And I just don't get that feeling. And I hate the fact that my own nation, I can't get up and get that feeling for them. And the only reason I'm not happy with the win is because it papers over everything.
Yeah. It's
another game where it won't get changed. You know, the Iceland and the Denmark fucking debacles. There was nothing. Nothing. And we come away with a win and a draw. And then now we've had another win in that fucking, I don't know what it is, that tournament that it's in. It reminds the nations, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of the fucking auditions for X Factor.
Yeah.
A load of dog shit. A load of dog shit. You might get the odd good game.
Yeah, but you can't look away.
No, but you can't, can you?
Yeah. And it's best when someone looks like they're going to produce dog shit and they come out with brilliance.
Yeah.
Well, when you look,
to me,
the international stage now, the teams, the European teams, I've seen it's gone down the fucking pan.
Yeah.
It's gone down the pan. It's like everybody's an international.
But you can also consider that, like, everyone did have months off, you know, and everyone has been playing so many, like, the best players have been playing every single minute of every
the players
game.
have the same names, mate, and they're still shit.
Yeah.
See,
it just France and Portugal as well should have been a great game.
The best game.
And
the best
like
game
nothing,
of the year.
Nothing
should have
happened.
been the best game
yeah,
of the year.
I mean, Portugal's starting 11 looks ridiculous, you know, and France are meant to be this. I think they're ranked second now behind Belgium.
Sorry.
Can I just get something out?
Go on.
Eric Dyer, what are you doing?
What are you doing? I want his brother to play.
Just
I want to see how his brother is.
Just what are you doing? Not specifically in football.
What are you doing right now? What's up?
Let me know.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault that Jose keeps picking him.
Yeah.
And Southgate keeps picking him. It's not his fault.
Yeah, Gary.
Can I say something?
Jose's mate Gary.
Can I say something? It's been this way our whole entire life. I don't know if it's been this way your entire life. England manager, I mean Mike Bassett, England manager, does it perfectly. They talk about, like, they don't want any England managers, any English people managing England.
Yeah,
and because it's so obvious, so apparent. I think, honestly, like, I don't care about Southgate or anything, and I hate that I'm about to say this right now. I do think that England can win a World Cup in my lifetime because I think it's just the timing. Because
I'm a bit less fortunate then.
Because yeah. Sorry,
you've already
sorry
had,
about that. Yeah.
You've already had
one.
They
did win one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I've got one over.
You've already had one.
Yeah. So as soon as you go,
he looks at the star on the shirt and remembers.
As soon as you go, we're gonna start counting. That's when we're gonna be. But no, what I'm saying is, remember when England came out with they had we just strictly played young players.
Yeah.
If we did that now,
This is what we've been saying, though. I remember in 2012 or something, we were talking about this.
Well, I was talking about captaining Wilshere and having. I was like, when Rooney goes, Wilshere's going to be our star that we look at.
Back then, and we had Barkley, who looked great.
I think it was the 2014 the Brazil World Cup.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that was the opportunity.
Yeah,
well, no,
but
even
even
before that,
he still took old players, didn't he?
Before that,
he still took old players.
I still think that it's going to be a time because I always think that we produced, and England's always produced amazing footballers, and they always forever will. We're not like Brazil, where everyone that we fucking pop out is special. You know, it's like when we do pop out someone that was special, they're fucking special. They're better than any Brazilian. You know, they're better than any Italian. Mm-hmm. And I think there will come a time where there will be a manager like Gareth Southgate who just goes, not do what you want, but he'll be a shit manager, and it'll be the players that win the World Cup. It won't be the manager, because the manager, as stupid as it sounds like the manager's playing for the team. Exactly.
That's if the players are big enough to go out there and say, "Let's do it."
That's the thing. Everyone's
not
becoming.
How he's telling us to do it.
Well, that's the thing. The game's leading to more independent players. So as shitty as that sounds, if you get a team of 11 independent players who are all quality, you know, like it's a full circle. It becomes a team again, you know. And I think England will eventually end up doing that.
Can I just? How do you? So the whole point of this. You know, we had a friendly against Wales, and then we had let's just say the Nations League is important to Gareth Southgate.
Why did we need the extra friendly?
Who knows? But so why would he play an 11 against Wales and then start only 2 of those same players against Belgium?
You know what it is?
You're meant to get some consistency and some solidarity in the team. And you're only keeping 2 of the same players. And I bet when we play Denmark on, what is it, Wednesday, it'll be a completely different team again.
I don't know what our system or formula, I don't know what it is.
I mean,
I honestly don't know.
I hate to say this. I'm pretty sure we talked about it in the previous podcast. We all remember Gareth Southgate as a player. If you ever looked at him as a player and said, that's our future manager... Your heart would have sunk into your stomach.
To be fair to him, mate, he was a decent player.
Oh no!
He wasn't a character.
No, exactly. He did the job. You know, he got the job done. I don't want that from an English manager. I want to be winning the fucking World Cup. You know, we have the best league in the world by far.
Well, look,
we can produce.
I think
the best football.
In order to get to that point, we need a manager with some creativity. We need to play our creative players. And I just want to throw one thing in there that might light a bit of tension. But Kevin De Bruyne said he rates Grealish very highly. England have been lacking creativity in the midfield, and he's the player. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying I agree.
I want to say something that.
You must have seen the Wales game against Wales reserves.
Yeah.
I want to say something that 10 episodes ago myself would have punched in the face. If Grealish is amazing for England, I would support him. I would support him. I don't care. I don't want him cheating. I don't want anyone.
Mate, if you're concentrating on football, if you're concentrating just on football, and doing the right things, then fine. You know what? I've got no issue with him.
See, this is... Yeah, exactly. As a Chelsea fan, Barkley was doing amazing for Chelsea. He went to Aston Villa, and he teamed up with Grealish, and we were watching him, and it was amazing, wasn't it?
There was some weird chemistry, yeah.
It was weird.
So why wouldn't you take that?
So as a Chelsea fan, I would rather Barkley, who I think should start for Chelsea, I would rather him... play at Aston Villa so we can team up with the person I hate the fucking most, and I'd rather them two get better for England.
I mean, look,
here's
the thing.
Mate, well, look, talking about that, you've got Giroud who starts for France. They're a much better team than Chelsea.
And
we got Tammy fucking Abraham.
And yet he can't start ahead of Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, and Tammy Abraham doesn't get ahead in the England team, and Giroud gets in the French team.
I think he goes there and he throws a load of numbers in the air, and the 11 that line closest together.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Doesn't matter. That's why we ended up with 3 right backs.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Look at the attacking players we have, though. I mean, in their you know, when they're in form, Rashford, Calvert-Lewin, who is in form right now, but he needs service. I mean, I felt bad for him against Belgium because one was feeding him.
You can't say that when Trent Alexander-Arnold, it literally provides the best Sorry,
He
other than Bruyne,
he wasn't able to put in a single cross for him.
So
because he's stifled by it.
Yeah.
You're blocking out two players there. You're
Exactly.
blocking out the best potential.
Yeah, but we've got. I mean, honestly, I also want to mention Declan Rice. How good he was. I mean, he was putting in some tackles.
He was the best England player, mate.
Yeah,
he will be.
Telling him.
he was. Yeah,
He will. He should be there. That should be him.
yeah.
Never take
He'll
him out.
do that job.
Never
every
take him
single
out
day,
of that
yeah.
holding midfield role in for England.
Yeah.
Because he's not just a holding midfield player.
He's not a
West Ham.
centre back.
He marauds forward as well.
Yeah.
He bombs on a bit as well.
But he's not afraid to put in a tackle, which is. I mean, I'd love to see it. You know, like.
He looks like he hasn't listened to the manager.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is great
He looks like he's got freedom.
in this situation.
He looks like he's got freedom,
I
and
was
he's
just about to
gone
say
on.
that. Yeah.
It's no coincidence we're saying that's the best player.
Yeah,
He seems
Because
like
even when you look at someone like Harry Kane, anyone would take him in their team in the league. Anyone.
Yeah.
And yet for England, I don't see the footballer that I see. You know?
Yeah, but Rice has like a aura around him. You know, like I feel like people gravitate to him. He's not a goal scorer, but I feel like people look at him and go, like he's like.
But he's fearless, mate.
Exactly.
He's fearless. I tell you,
Scholes.
who else will be,
Like-
and he'll sit alongside the lad from Leeds,
Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah,
Once he decides and realises he doesn't have to go sideways and backwards all the time for England.
Yeah.
Once he realises he can play like he plays for Leeds, I think there'll be a fixture in there.
Yeah, but when look, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips. I know Calvin Phillips didn't start, but he came on for Henderson. Considering they're two holding midfielders, they were some of the most attacking players we had because the rest of the three, Calvert-Lewin, Mount, and Rashford, were just completely blocked off.
But one of them in Declan Rice is someone who can bomb on.
Yeah.
Also, and
Right.
the other one can hit you with passes.
Yeah, exactly.
When he decides to go forward, if he has the runners.
Yeah.
Now for Leeds, he has runners. For England, he's not going to have runners.
He should though. Rashford should be that perfect left winger. I don't know where Rashford was.
But we're not playing natural wingers, are we?
No, it's not the system.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Did you see? I don't know if you noticed. Trippier was stood in the inside left position.
Yeah.
Really high up the field.
Yeah.
Now, if that's where he's going to be, why don't you just play an attacking player anyway and forget your left-sided wing back, or call your attacking player the left-sided wing back?
If you're going to have
he's going to be up there anyway.
Possession, or plus.
You know, he's up in that space in the field. You know, in the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's
take him
why.
out.
That's why, like you talk about the likes of Jesus fuck Christ, I just went blank.
Who?
Julian Dix. You talk about like the best left backs weren't just the ones that did their jobs. They're the ones that did their jobs, and like you talk like exactly. It wasn't a job originally. They found what else needs to be done, like kind of how Zabaleta was when Pep first came in. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they found what needed to be done. They could not only could they do the back and forth perfectly, but they could also do a little extra, and those are who are always going to be considered the best fullbacks.
But like
you know?
you're also like stifling Trippier, putting him on the left. You know, like it's
Well,
not.
yeah, sorry, I don't mean him because I do really respect Trippier, and I wish him well when he went to Atletico. I wish he played Champions League football. It just sucks that we just got a huge abundance of it. So many right backs, and Kyle Walker just proved that he deserves a spot more than Trippier.
I don't mind Kyle Walker at centre back because what he was doing when England were on the ball, he was stepping into midfield like he does for City. But now we've got many defensive mids when we're on the ball. Yeah, I know Declan Rice steps forward at that point.
Is it just that because Pep does have special people. I hate that like people say, oh, Pep has. Like, you know how it was when he had Messi and Iniesta, Xavi. They're like, Pep's not great. He has those fucking people. And it's same when people say Messi needs people around him. The likes of Kyle Walker, who is so versatile, and Zabaleta, it seems like Pep just needs to like turn another piece of a Rubik's Cube that could fix Kyle Walker completely. You know?
Yeah.
To where he could be, like, I hate to say it because he's such a Tottenham player, and I remember I had a bet where he made me lose, like, I think £750. Yeah. I think it was 4-3 with Chelsea, whatever. He could be one of the best right backs. I think he's better than Dani Alves. I think he could be one of the best right backs ever.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that considering he's City and Tottenham, but he's a fucking quality.
But not if he
footballer.
keeps getting played at centre back for his country.
Exactly.
Because he isn't a centre back.
How is it that Gareth Southgate
I don't think
doesn't
we.
see
How
that,
do we?
you know?
We England have no
Why
centre.
would
We have
why
no.
would all the players we have? Why would all the players we have? Do you not have players for certain positions?
Yeah.
Exactly. Why is
like-
Trippier playing?
Also, when we've got no English centre backs that we can count on, why are you playing a back three, back five? You know, why are you playing three
But
centre backs?
where was Stones? Where was Keane?
I don't know where Keane was. I mean, Stones hasn't really been playing. Stones actually picked up an injury in one of the early games.
Every
So
single
what
team.
was it? Tyrone Mings.
Mings came on. It was Maguire.
Yeah, but why not start a centre back at centre back?
Yeah. I like.
How is he in England's international if he can't get in his own position in front of a right back?
See, that's
Well,
the thing. They need
Southgate thought he was being creative by having Walker. He was trying to mimic how Pep does with Walker from the right back position into defensive midfield. He was having Kyle Walker step up, and it was essentially becoming a back four. But then you've got four defensive players in front of that back four, and it didn't make.
But that was a back four. Where was Alexander-Arnold?
I think that was specifically what was keeping him at the back. I think Kyle Walker stepping forward was specifically keeping Alexander-Arnold from bombing on.
Why when you've got Trippier on the other side, it's not as good going forward as Walker or Alexander-Arnold.
This is what you notice when they play against teams and like England. What sometimes England go out with, because we're 90% of the time better than people on paper. We go out like attacking teams like we're playing like the best Brazil team ever, and then we try to play like that, and it hinders us in the long run where we're not using.
He can only think backwards.
Exactly. Well, exactly. So to where he's like, I've got this defense lined up to where, and he's disabling Kyle Walker, he's disabling Trent Alexander-Arnold in the same move.
Yeah,
and it's.
He's nullified too.
Exactly.
Nullified. Exactly.
But then,
in the world.
Yeah, and on top of that, Calvert-Lewin isn't getting the service he deserves from Alexander-Arnold. So now you're cutting out.
He was on his own, wasn't he?
Yeah, now you're cutting out your big, strong centre forward.
I hate to say it. As well. Calvert-Lewin, the way he's been, and how Trent Alexander-Arnold's been the last 5 years. Imagine those two linking up.
Yeah,
and
it's ideal.
Imagine how passionate the Merseyside derby would be again.
Yeah.
They could potentially be our two best England players right now, and he puts a ball in like De Bruyne does. I'm not saying better. He does it just as consistently like De Bruyne does, but on the right wing. Calvert-Lewin is fucking on fire.
Yeah,
that would be amazing for English football. Gareth Southgate doesn't look at it like that.
Well, look, here's the funny thing.
Didn't you see the resemblance? Didn't you see the resemblance of what happens to Harry Kane with Calvert-Lewin?
Fuck Harry Kane.
No service.
Yeah.
This is why Harry Kane drops deep just to get a touch of the ball. And this is why we always end up playing in our own half.
Yeah.
You know, it's just there's no imagination. Mason Mount, really. Mason Mount.
Hold on, but Mason Mount also as a right winger. So you've got a big man up top who's been scoring headers. You put Mason Mount on the right wing, and then you put a right-footed Marcus Rashford on the left wing.
Mason Mount's been playing through the middle as well. So
not for England.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's still unorthodox. You know? It's
it doesn't make any sense.
More.
He's not. And England play wingers. They're not. It's not like a 2-3.
I hate to say this, but have you seen all the bullshit about these reporters asking Southgate about Grealish? And saying, how do you feel about Grealish? And he goes, oh yeah, he's good. And then he just goes off about Mason Mount. And he goes, yeah, he's good. But did you see Mason Mount? He had 90% stats on pass completion. And he just won't shut the fuck up.
Well, he has to say that because that was his pick of the game, wasn't it? It was
yeah, I just wanted to say that just because I fucking hate Grealish more than anyone. So I wanted to back him up there just because it is bullshit. And it's like Gareth Southgate doesn't have a contract. It's every fucking game. It's like he's on a one-game fucking contract, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I said we were texting, weren't we? You said you hope England get battered. So
yeah,
so Southgate,
I said that. I told
you said it.
Yeah, I told Matt.
And I
said,
you're never gonna find change. Like I said earlier, it's the result papers over the cracks for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think he's throwing a load of numbers in the air and.
I burst out laughing when...
Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but some other people will say, oh, it's supposedly friendly. This is part of the problem, I think. Okay, the Nations League, whatever it is supposed to took the place of the friendlies. And now because there's a meaning to it, It makes it
yeah.
better, or make the game better. But now it's making the manager go, "Oh, well, I'd love to win this trophy."
Now it gets documented. Yeah.
You go out with a negativity that, "Oh, I can't lose this game."
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, but that's it's like almost how, like, remember when Klopp lost 6-1 or something, 5-1 to Villa, and everyone's like, he went for the Super Cup or whatever it's called.
7-2.
No, not that result.
Oh.
It was. I think
In the
it was.
cup.
Oh, in the
Yeah,
cup.
and they
Okay,
Played all
sorry.
the kids, yeah.
Yeah, they played the
last
average age.
season. Yeah,
I think it was Villa. It was.
It was
wasn't
Villa, yeah.
It was 5-1.
Yeah.
I believe.
Sorry, I was just, yeah.
No, you could. It's funny that you threw that out, just being a City fan. Yeah, I think you meant 7-2. No, exactly like that.
You have been going a bit blank lately, Con, haven't you?
No, yeah, I know. I
blanker.
was drinking way before the show, so I apologize. But yeah. So
That's the first.
yeah, that whole thing was.
He's 5 pints and a champagne bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Klopp prioritized. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp. I'm saying that correctly. Klopp prioritized the Super Cup or whatever it's called, the Champions League over
Against
the domestic cup.
Yeah.
Against Aston Villa.
I think their average age was 23.
No, it was. I think it was 19.
I think Milner played and he skewed it.
No. We had this discussion.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was the youngest ever, but it was still.
Yeah.
Why do that? Like, it's almost a. Like.
It's just a European field anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's how Southgate treats England games. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to say that.
Well, Yeah, I mean, Arsene Wenger said about the Nations League, he said if you ask the average man in the street, he wouldn't be able to tell you what it is. Sometimes it's qualifying for the Euros, sometimes it's qualifying for the World Cup qualifiers. So
that's coming from the man who speaks like 15 languages, but no one in any country understands what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah.
He's never been in the. When was the last time Arsene Wenger was in the streets? Yeah.
Right, so speaking of Arsene Wenger, who's actually now FIFA's chief of global football development, he got the job a little while ago. He's been talking about some new FIFA rule changes, and there's 3 specific ones I wanted to go over and get your thoughts on. So he's talking about the first rule is in the last 5 minutes of a match. He's saying if you get a throw-in in your own... What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I was thinking about Arsene Wenger and Fergie for like 20 years. The last 5 minutes of a match, Fergie always got a penalty.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
He's saying the last 5 minutes of the match, if you're a goal down and you get a throw-in in your own half, you're technically playing 10 against 11 because you've got the throw-in, the person taking the throw-in.
Well,
so
the keeper comes up.
He's saying you're at a disadvantage, right? So what he's proposing is if it goes out for a throw-in in your own half in the last 5 minutes, it should be a free kick.
Which, why would that be any quicker from throwing it to the keeper to passing it to the keeper? Well, if you throw it directly to his feet, he's passing it back just as hard.
What he's saying is you can take the free kick and lump it into the box. Yeah, I'm not saying I agree.
If you had a free kick at the halfway line, like where the manager stands,
a throw-in.
Yeah, no, yeah. So a throw-in.
Yeah.
But it would be a free kick exactly at the halfway line, in the corner, like the furthest away from the goal. You know. You would not want to lump a free kick in there because it's going right to the keeper. It's just too far away. You know?
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. You would want to build it up.
To him, let him lump it.
Yeah,
100. See,
you've lost a second.
That sounds like stupidity. And I think Arsene Wenger's a fucking genius. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Fergie, Alex Ferguson
if
said
they're different. I don't know.
I feel like Alex Ferguson said the opposite, and he's just like, because I think he's a genius, and that sounds like pure stupidity.
Yeah. Well, this was a quote.
I can't see how it will benefit.
Yeah. Throw it to Edison, he'll get an assist.
Edison will be up there. What know?
Yeah. I'm just.
Imagine Edison at the edge of the box.
Yeah,
it falls to him. He's either knocking out a fan or putting that in the top corner.
Yeah. So that's a good
start. How old is he now? 86, 87?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think is he 80 yet?
Wenger?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. He's not 70. I'd say 72.
It sounds like the ramblings of It sounds like the ramblings of a senile old man.
How does an Arsenal fan say that? He's not older than 72.
I'll tell you right now.
I know he's not that age.
70.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know he's not in his 80s. I'm just saying.
He's a genius.
It sounds like it.
It just.
Well, that's not his best example, though.
No, yeah, and neither is Walcott.
And I don't think the third one's gonna fly too well either. The second one, okay.
Oh, the second one you think is good then?
No, I don't think it's good. I just don't think it's as.
Tell us the third one second then. Go on.
No. The second, I want to save the third one.
You want to finish on a good one.
Wait, this is all Arsene Wenger?
Yeah, because he's. Not saying these rules are being passed.
He's still probably fucking fiddling around with a zip on his coat.
You might as well be reading Ibrahimovic quotes
thoughts.
saying he's fighting the coronavirus and shit.
Yeah. So the second rule he was proposing is talking about in-swinging corners that go out of play. He's saying they should still be valid. So you know how they take in-swinging corners like a left footer on the opposite side?
Yeah.
So you know how they go out of play sometimes? Why? He's saying it'll create more dynamic goal-scoring opportunities.
Well, why don't they adapt to that? It goes from in to out to in.
Yeah.
It couldn't be more clear-cut than that.
I know.
Like, what the fuck? There's literally a white line.
So he almost wants the line to be drawn in a curve.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if one bounces out but curls back in? Before it
exactly, yeah, it has some crazy spin on it because of how the balls are made today. Why don't we make a football pitch a giant circle and then just have it like that and no corners so it can't?
Why not? Sorry, mate. Why not? If
I was bullshitting anyway, so.
Alright, you told us to cut it off in the break.
I'm glad you did because I had nothing else.
Why not? If you've got the fella who kills it out of play, just fucking sub him.
Exactly.
Don't let him take corners. Is that a better solution?
Yeah.
Well, I heard you join the MLS to become the most consistent corner taker ever.
That was me.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking.
No, not most consistent, just leading corner taker.
Oh, leading corner taker.
It didn't say they were good.
That's why
did you get a trophy?
This is why we moved to America. He's like, I don't take enough corners.
They give me a gold corner flag.
Yeah,
a gold corner.
Yeah, don't let me know how they presented it to you.
I was tying my laces at the time.
Yeah. In the
Come on, mate. Give us the third one.
So the third one is that
one wasn't the worst. I'll be honest with you.
No. But I think this third one beats the first. So the third one is that if you want to take a quick free kick, you should be able to take a quick free kick to yourself.
That's if you're schizophrenic.
Yeah. Doesn't that just mean...
He's obviously... Is he in the VAR room?
Yeah, probably.
He's sitting in the VAR room, or that's what they've told him.
See, hold on. Hold on. Can we...
It's like a portaloo.
Yeah.
See, porta potty.
Can we talk about this for a second? Because I'd say the biggest topic we talk about is VAR and who should be in the room. I would have always said I would trust Arsene Wenger, but if this is the fucking bullshit he's coming out with and he ends up in the VAR room,
well, a sound mind, Arsene Wenger, yeah, you would trust.
Yeah. I don't know.
It doesn't look like he's
I don't know.
Sound.
He'll end up
I don't
in
know.
the
No.
ER room.
I think a winning Arsene Wenger I trust. I don't think a losing Arsene Wenger.
Well, how could he be winning or losing if he's in the VAR room? He's just neutral.
No, he won for the first 5 years of his Arsenal career and then lost the last.
What's his job description?
14.
Do you not think he just sounds fucking bored out of his mind?
Yeah. He's FIFA's chief of global football development.
They put him in a room, give him some crayons.
Yeah. And they're going to hang...
paper and gone, draw us a picture, and he's come out with these rules.
And they said, great, we'll hang him on the fridge.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I mean...
He's drawing pictures of the Arsenal mascot.
Being able to take a quick free kick to yourself, isn't that just putting the ball down and then dribbling away with it?
It's the first thing you teach when you have like a structured team. Like, let's say the kids that we train, like that you trained, that I grew up with, you have a structured team, and if a kid came in that had some good ability, whether he was really fast or he's really strong, and he thought you could teach him football, they would always come in and do some shit like that during the keep away. Yeah. You know, they would do a throw into themselves and or some shit like that. And you're like, are you fucking, like, just, you know.
I told you, it's all because our game's becoming Americanized. I told you.
There's etiquette.
Yeah.
Mate, I do have to say it. The commentators now, the English lads on the American channels, doing my fucking head in.
Yeah.
All these American references that they have to do.
Yeah.
You know, one said, "Oh, it was like a basketball press." What the fuck's one of them?
Well, how bad?
Why do we want to hear that?
How bad was it when you first heard an English person say "awesome"?
Oh, don't.
Awesome.
Exactly. It's like so over the top.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's like awesome. Awesome. LeBron James is awesome. It's.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah.
I'm gonna get cancelled for that.
If we're going to cancel you for next week,
we'll just get a. No, never.
Get Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, no, go on.
Arsene Wenger can come and guest.
You know how they have the NBA crowds on iPads? We'll just get one of those instead, and you just sit there saying stupid shit instead.
Hey, that was another thing as well. Pogba wearing his NBA sleeve.
Oh yeah,
did he?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he had like a
fuck.
compression sleeve on. Like,
Okay, but that's also not
Just
bad.
one.
Yeah, I know, but that's also not bad if he does have bad circulation throughout his arm.
He hasn't been doing anything, so how's he got any?
Yeah, but
people get that. People get fucking bad circulation through their arm, you know.
He had short sleeves on. Why not wear them undershirts the same colour as your kit? Because
you're getting a million photographs taken of you, and
it's the only way.
He's probably been sponsored by this sleeve.
It's the only way you can get noticed.
That could, but all right. So you're Pogba. You have a strain in your arm. You need better circulation. You need to wear a sleeve. Do you get a sponsor?
It was just a white It was just a white sleeve.
Mate,
it didn't have a sponsor at the top.
You're supposed to wear the colour of your kit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is with him.
That's what the referees say.
I'll tell you what it is with him. Like his statement, his agents now come to terms with he's fucking not as good as he thinks he is. And he's just come out with, of course I'd love to sign for Real Madrid. Everybody's dream.
Yeah.
Now, this could be his last fucking move. How does he deserve the move to anybody?
He hasn't. Real Madrid has said they're focusing on Mbappe anyway in 2021.
But as Pogba, okay.
So as a shit player.
No, he's not though.
He's pretty bad. I wouldn't take him at City.
He isn't a shit player.
You would.
I wouldn't take him at City right now. I would have 3 years ago.
You would do some illegal things to take him at City.
No, I wouldn't.
You would do some illegal things
He's
to take him at City.
He's too lazy.
No.
Pep would end up murdering him, and then Pep would go to prison.
All right, I'm gonna say this.
Pep would have been them years ago.
Yeah. No. You know what it is? And I'm just gonna say this because who gives a fuck, but whatever. He is Yaya Toure. He is. No. Hold on. He has. I'm not saying he has the same range as Yaya Toure. I'm not saying he could fucking do what Yaya Toure, where he just dribble like 20 fucking people and bend one in the top corner from 40 yards. I'm not saying he can do that.
No, we could though.
He has. No, I'm not saying. Sorry. I'm not saying. Sorry,
he could do it once.
He exactly. He could. He has the capability. He can't do it as consistent as Yaya Toure did it within those 3 years. Okay, that's what I'm comparing him to. And Yaya Toure is someone that you can compare to himself because he is someone that he's kind of like Tevez, where he had the best fucking years of his life. And he could have had better.
But Pogba never had that.
He did. He had it at Juventus.
Really.
He had it at Juventus.
Not in Serie A for the best team in the league.
Pogba's one of the most Pogba's one of the highest paid people in the fucking world with sports because of what he's done.
Yeah,
everything he's done.
Just hasn't done it for 2 years, mate.
But everything he's done is it's like I always say this. If you showed a clip of the best, let's say we had kids, right? We showed the best goals or the people who had the best goals.
God, that would be an ugly child, by the way.
Yeah, right. So I said,
if you and him had kids,
because I mean, you used to you only
look
had
like you.
You only had
it would work backwards.
You only had VHS of all the either games that you played in or games that you loved, and we used to watch them consistently. I remember Martin Tyler saying, "Oh, I think his feet smell lovely," or some shit like that, or he must have lovely feet or something that. His feet must smell amazing.
No, it wasn't smell. He said he must have
he said
lovely
some
feet.
weird shit like that.
It wasn't smell.
I think it was. Oh no! You know what it was?
We all know he has lovely feet. I think it was Andy Gray.
Andy Gray was like, we all know he has lovely feet, and I'm pretty sure I watched that next to Dad while his feet fucking were rancid. And I remember, I think that's why I had
my feet were fucking battered. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so there you go. So I think if you
going back to your point.
Okay, so going back to my point.
Doesn't produce anything.
All right, but if you look at people's highlights, this is how people feel about stats. If you look at people's highlights, I always say if you just look at Giroud's goals, you will think he was better than Messi and Ronaldo. He scores the most.
I'm just talking. I'm not talking about highlights.
I know, but that's how people look at Pogba.
Yeah.
That's how the world looks at Pogba because Pogba is Instagram. Pogba is social media. Pogba he's all about like.
Well, this is what he's doing. This is the point we're making, mate. He's wearing a sleeve to be noticed.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because he's got nothing else to show right now.
Okay. I agree
noticed.
With that.
Look, if you're that good of a footballer, be noticed by your football.
But it could also be a footballer that has tried to be noticed that actually has a problem.
Why not play football to the best of your ability,
have you noticed? Have you noticed at first it was all the fucking stupid hair? It was always
Pogba had more haircuts than
Then it was
assists.
the fucking ridiculous penalty run-up.
Yeah.
So this is a man now, him and his agent, he's fucking sinking.
Yeah.
And his agent wants one last big payday, and he wants to fucking go to a big club and get a big.
What happened? What happened to Yaya Toure? Remember the birthday cake?
Yeah, but Yaya Toure
realised
himself.
So did Pogba.
No,
Pogba did.
Not at United, at least.
I know, but he proved himself in the Champions League.
In at the best team in Italy, who keep winning the league over and over again.
I know, but I mean, you look at someone like Depay for Lyon. Okay, he's been killing it since he left Man United.
Yeah.
And you would say, he's a fucking excellent player since he left Man United.
But
he's a good player in the French league.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you brought him back to the Premier League, you don't know, you know?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
This is why, the likes
But Yaya Toure did it in the Premier League.
I know, but he also didn't do it in the Premier League.
But even when when Yaya Toure sort of slowed down, if you call it that, he still would show for the ball and do his part.
He wouldn't show for the ball.
Pogba runs away from the ball.
No.
I think what you're finding, Yaya was a lot older when his Premier League.
That's true.
I completely.
Not 28 and in his prime.
I know.
Yaya was fantastic.
I know. Sorry, I wanted to say that as well. I did want to bring that up, and I did want to say. I'm just saying. I wanted to compare the two because they are these two people who are just these like freak of nature, like specimens to where
they have got some similarities, mate.
They score these goals like that no one else can score.
I mean, they're both like athletic freaks.
Exactly. They score these goals that no one else can score, and they do it with ease. But it's not. They don't do it all the time, and because they have an attitude, they're prima donnas.
Yaya had a few years where he fucking did it every week.
Yeah, Yaya had a few years
the
where I swear on my fucking life he was better than Ronaldo.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure Ronaldo won a Ballon d'Or over him. And I can't even. I know the exact team that they were playing against. I can't think of it right now, and I swear I saw him and I was like, that was one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. And this is when he was still doing amazing things, but he was also doing shit things. Yeah. Like he wasn't on that consistent.
But I'll tell you right now, Yaya on, Pogba on. I'm taking Yaya.
Yeah. Yaya every single day of the week over Pogba.
Yeah.
And this is all I'm saying. Let's go back to the point.
Sorry.
He's angling for a move and the difference with Yaya was getting left out. For the people when he was coming to the latter stages of his, Pogba's still playing.
I know. Pogba's playing every game. When Yaya did what he did for those 3 years, it was every single time. It was like he was proving himself. And that's what was funny. He kept on curling fucking balls in from 4 yards in the top corner. And it was like every single one he was proving himself.
Yeah.
And then after
against PSG, didn't he?
The difference was with Yaya, and I know it was wrong the way he did it with the birthday cake, and we all knew what the agent was doing.
I know, I don't want to...
But listen, when you start being left out, that's when you start being disgruntled.
I know. This
Pogba's
is what...
doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Pogba's doing it when he's getting picked every week.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I know. Sorry, I didn't want to compare him like that because I have such high respect for you.
I just want to add too. I'm in a fantasy league and I have Pogba, and no one will take him off my hands. So if anyone wants to join the league and take Pogba off my hands,
have you phoned his agent and asked his agent?
If anyone wants to join the league and make fun of Jordan, that he has Pogba.
I've been phoning his agent asking for a move for weeks now, and he still won't get me one.
Pulling him up, mate. Saying how great he is.
He was auto-drafted.
That's what you're going to have to do.
But anyway...
No, you got to talk about his haircuts, that's all.
Yeah, I'll have him dye his hair. So let's get to...
He doesn't do no more.
Yeah, that's true.
He can't carry it off anymore.
He's got the armband. Not the captain's armband, the basketball armband. Okay. Let's get to... We've got some news from West Ham and Everton. We've sort of neglected them a little bit this episode. So West Ham signing Craig Dawson. That went through today from Watford. Good signing at centre-back. I mean, experienced, knows...
Experienced somewhat. Is he still only 28, 29?
Is he? I'd be... I
thought he'd be older.
I thought he was older than that.
You know what's sad? There's always the... I don't know. I'm pretty sure you get it on Sky, but there's always... Right before the Premier League game comes on, there's always that... There's like a commercial or advert of Rooney scoring a goal at 16 against Arsenal, and then there's Vardy scoring,
and then
one
Alexander Arnold.
Alexander Arnold scoring a goal against Chelsea, but it cuts out, and it's just sad that I mean, I grew up with Rooney. I don't know what it's like to have someone that's not like Rooney in football,
Yeah.
So it's such a dull moment for me when no offense to him, but Calvert-Lewin, but it sucks that I'm saying he's our number one. Sorry, I take that back. Harry Kane was on that. I actually have admiration for Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
Harry Kane was the person after Rooney that I was kind of like, oh, this is the downside of Rooney,
Yeah.
Like how we all used to feel about Wilshere. We all used to say, oh, he's the future of England. He's our captain. And if you told me back then, oh, Henderson was going to be our captain, I would have laughed.
That was very random. Considering we're talking about West Ham.
Yeah, all right.
It's okay, dude. I know.
Every time
you filled in while I'm googling Craig Dawson's age.
Okay, but also every time we talk about West Ham, I do feel.
I know
like
you think about England. I know. Yeah, I get what you're saying,
Subconscious.
dude. I know. I'm just saying. So Craig Dawson's 30 years old. Sorry.
Right. I'll see you guys.
Craig Dawson's...
I feel like the camera was zooming in on my face as I was talking.
We couldn't even get in to cut you off. If you watch it back, you'll see me and Jordy look at each other like that.
Where'd Wayne Rooney come in?
Don't worry, I'm just
going to... mimosas must have been brilliant.
Yeah.
These last 10 minutes, I'm just going to ridiculously talk.
So, Craig Dawson's 30 years old. I think that's a good signing for West Ham.
I do, mate. I do, because you know what? He'll be an old head in the dressing room as well. I think with Nobes sort of fading out a little bit.
Yeah.
Being still around him, I think Dawson will probably be out on the field a little bit more than Nobes this season. Not that I think that he should or Nobes shouldn't. I know they don't play the same position, but I'd still want Nobes around. I'd still want him there for maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
Having that influence in the dressing room. But Dawson will give that as well. I'm sure he will.
Yeah,
He's another English lad.
An experienced English player behind Declan Rice as well, who's who's just blossoming as a player as we've been talking about.
Let's see if one season or half a season in the Premiership, can he get into the England squad?
No, his first game he'll get into the England squad.
Okay, but all right, you're joking about that, but why isn't it No?
No, honestly,
I think
can see it happening.
Yeah. Okay.
West Ham going on a run of 5 or 6 games or whatever, or they're sitting top 6 for a period of time, and he's playing regularly.
Yeah.
Regularly. Who's to know?
Makalele.
Everybody else has got a cap, haven't he?
Yeah. I've got a cap. You didn't. Yeah, I mean it's easy to get.
Our cap.
Oh yeah, but it's got the England badge on it. That doesn't count.
I've got mine, mate. I've got to send you mine.
Swimming cap, and he's sinking. So,
Wayne Rooney.
So back to Wayne Rooney when he scored that goal, right? So, Davis
against David Seaman,
but how isn't that? See, this is what I actually like about England, and because I was born in '95, I've been an England fan since I was born, and it's been the biggest fucking kidney punch every single fucking year.
Yeah.
You know, we had the best fucking team in the Euros in 2000.
Yeah.
Best midfield probably to ever grace football, and we still were. Pardon?
We had too many midfielders.
Exactly. But this is what happens to football. This is what happens to football. You get an abundance of midfielders who are, I say arguably, but they are the best fucking players on the planet. And now there's no defenders because there's so many. Back then, it was defensive midfielders who could spray the ball, who could get the ball.
We kind of have a similar problem now. It's just that Gareth Southgate doesn't play midfielders; he just plays defenders everywhere.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's funny because everyone has a lack of defenders.
Yeah,
look at them. Fucking Bayern Munich, lack of defenders. Germany, lack of defenders. Barcelona, Real Madrid, lack of defenders. Spain, lack of defenders. Look at all the biggest team. Portugal. Everyone, fucking France even. Umtiti, he's fucking pile of dog shit. Laporta is injured. Yeah. Okay? Like who Varane,
well, I think because most kids now want to follow Ronaldo, Messi. It's
100. That's the cause of it. We actually have England actually has like fucking fridge head or whatever they want to call him. Slabhead, whatever they want to call him. He can fuck off. We could literally play 4 right backs at the back and still be and we could still be contenders. Hold on. Let me take a deep breath.
5 right backs.
They'll all end up. Look, the backs will all end up overlapping each other. Across the field.
Hold on. I want to say this just because of how shit football is right now. England can be contenders for the World Cup.
Yeah. I couldn't pick a winner right now.
Exactly. And that's when England needs to strike. And that's when... Because I have too many Brazilian friends that I fucking hate. And they all fucking talk to me about, oh, you don't know what it's like winning 2, 3, fucking 4 World Cups. And they, I know. And they keep going.
It's getting there.
I was talking to my...
Or is it 6?
No.
It's 5, isn't it?
It's 5 or 6. I don't fucking know. I was talking to my Brazilian friend the other day. And he was like, oh, yeah, you don't know what it's like because you have never won a World Cup. And it fucking, my fucking heart sank. And I was like, you don't know that England's won 1 World Cup?
Yeah.
And it fucking crushed me and it hit me to my core. It tapped my spine. And that's why I said when we play Croatia, I was like, I don't want this England team win the World Cup because they're such a shit fucking pack of footballers. And we've had the best side of the World Cup. And it kind of be a disgrace if we won
It's coming for us, though. I mean, we've got a lot of young, up-and-coming talent.
We have
in
the
England.
best. We have the best up-and-coming talent.
I just want to say, if we ever want Connor to talk more on the podcast, we just have an England game and a pack of mimosas, and he's good to go.
You know what? Just give me the England manager job. I will.
Mike Pastor.
I'll do it. Yeah, and you'll see me dancing naked on top of a table
and unlimited mimosas.
As long as you manscaped, mate.
My balls aren't nicked. What else am I celebrating?
I wanted to touch on Everton as well because September was a massive month for them. I mean, the beginning of the season was huge for Everton. They've just been on a tear. Yeah. And,
so happy for them.
And so Ancelotti won Manager of the Month for September, and Calvert-Lewin won Player of the Month.
Yep.
Which is huge. I mean,
rightfully so.
What a good start, you know.
And then rewarded with the England cap and England goal.
Yeah.
No. Brilliant
I saw. I actually. I showed my girlfriend that Calvert-Lewin's mum had this.
Where's this going?
No, she just posted something about her son. Being part of the England squad, and then he went and scored, and it felt very English.
Yeah.
To me, you know,
you're happy for Calvert-Lewin.
Fucking 10,000%.
I think a lot of people are happy for Calvert-Lewin right now.
He could have bagged the fucking hat trick against Chelsea, and I'd be fucking happy for him. You know, like I don't know what it is, but it's like it's.
So could he not play alongside Kane up there?
Could he not play alongside Kane? He could take Kane's fucking position.
Yeah,
Kane could go what I'm saying. Himself. Would we not be more potent? Because you've seen we're not one centre forward is isolated. Constantly. Now when you've got the two and you may be dabbling with your system a bit, but
this is.
But how effective was Mount?
He wasn't.
Are you going to
He
accommodate
wasn't.
Sterling?
No. And he's
Keep
not.
the same system.
Well, this is.
Well,
I know.
Sorry,
why not go to a four at the back and play the extra front man?
It's what they should do. Absolutely.
Why?
How about?
Or still have the 3-5-2.
Well, here's the thing.
3-5-2. You're still playing with your wing.
3-5-2 or 3-4-3 is fine, which is what they make it look on paper. But it's not. It's a 5-3-2. You know what I mean? Like it's a 5-3-1-1, really.
So,
But on paper, it looks attacking with a 3-4-3.
The problem we have is we have more of that Rashford Mount type of player.
Yeah.
you got individual.
Realist,
And
whatever.
sorry.
Do centre forward. So we accommodate
Well, now we've got
that
two.
type of footballer when Sterling, we're not lethal enough in that system.
No.
I don't believe.
But now
You can go through all the wins and the record since Southgate's took over.
Yeah.
Then you got to look at who the fuck have we played, really.
Yeah. And the 21 games
It was like when
without
Man
a goal.
United
21 game without a goal conceded as well. It's like it doesn't really mean
It was
anything.
like when Man United came back from the pandemic.
No defence.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, they're doing amazing. It's
Yeah.
like you played all the bottom
But
teams.
right now we've got two top class centre forwards, and I'm happy with that. I don't know about playing them together. I think they're too similar.
See,
But maybe why not? Why not? You know, I mean,
If you got two natural goal scorers,
Yeah.
and you can go to a 3-5-2.
why not? I mean, Burnley do it with Chris Wood and Ashley
not?
Barnes, don't they? Why not?
You know what?
Is it going to be back to that era when you've got all the midfield players?
No.
You've got to fit them all in somewhere. So now we've got to fit all them
No.
winger centre
Well,
forward types. We've
this
got to
is-
play them.
But
This
I
is-
prefer
no,
that over fitting all the right backs in.
No. This has always been England's problem, and it forever will be England's problem because we are we're the pinnacle of the game. Everyone comes to the Premier League because it's the toughest, or it's what's happening it's what's happening right then and there. There's no good defenders because there's no good defenders in the Premier League. Everyone's attacking. Everyone's trying to act like Pep.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone's trying to do what Pep does, so no one gives a fuck about what the defense is doing because everyone's trying to go on the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so why isn't the fucking England manager, the person that's supposed to represent our fucking country, why isn't, never mind just getting elected to a job, why isn't he in a competition or of some sort of, to where we can, like, just gauge his knowledge of football? Because, like we just said, no offense to Gareth Southgate, he wasn't the best fucking player.
Yeah.
And that's a consistent run of England managers. We've had Roy Hodgson, we've had Sven-Göran Eriksson, we've had some shit fucking managers who were bang average players. Why are we appointing them when they're supposed to represent the fucking quality of football? This is why the likes of Thiago Silva are looking at the Premier League and going, it's slow, because England are all a fucking side of 11 individual
Well,
players.
I just think he's slow in the head. That's why he said that.
That's my point. So why isn't there a manager that can look at individual players? Because when you see like City versus Chelsea, and then they're like, oh, Gareth Southgate's in the stands, and it's like, oh, everyone's getting excited. It's like, what? Because there's two English players.
He's gonna pick them anyway. Yeah.
It's. Sorry, I don't want to.
Well, that's anyway.
I don't want to go on.
That's the big question, isn't it?
All I'm saying, the biggest thing for me with the last few England managers, they've not been able to get the most out of the best England players.
Yeah.
This is my point.
We've had bunches of players that we've said, we should have won trophies, and we've had the playing staff.
Yeah.
I don't believe we've had the managers to get the best out of them players, and I think that's the biggest issue.
100%.
100%.
That brings us to, I think that wraps it up nicely. We've got some good games, the Premier League coming back this weekend, which we'll touch. What's that?
Thankfully,
yeah.
Let's get back to the Premier League.
And we won't have to talk about England anymore until the next time. Well, we've got the Denmark game, but we'll see how that goes.
There's too many games, so let's have internationals in the break.
See, you both are depressed because of England. I get that every fucking week with Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that's why you asked me.
And you're going back to it.
Exactly.
So you'd rather
I have no break from it. Break from football is my break from...
Yeah.
You won your last game 4-0, just because the other team didn't turn up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were shocking.
That 0.2 seconds before you split that conversation, I was happy for a second. And that's what it's like being a Chelsea/England fan.
Yeah.
Flank.
It's a win, mate. 3 points. Just think about it. Think of it as that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening in.
Average.
I do want to say you have less than 2 weeks to enter into the signed shirt competition. So here's how you enter the competition and get a signed shirt by Ian. You go to manscaped.com. You can purchase one of their products. The Lawnmower 3.0 is the perfect product for you if you're looking to clean up your bush and your body.
Your act.
Yeah, or your act, as some people
gooch.
might say. Yeah, whatever you call it. The Lawnmower 3.0, it's got a flashlight on it. As Ian found, there was some crisp packets and some beer cans down there. You might, who knows what you find? Let us know what you find. Just don't send any pictures.
Jimmy Hoffa.
He's hiding down in one of your crotches. So what you do is you go buy one of the Manscaped products, use the code BISH at checkout, that's BISH. You get 20% off, you get free shipping, and when you email your receipt to 5pintsin@gmail.com, you get entered in to win a signed shirt by Ian. And that competition ends on the 26th of October. So like I said, less than 2 weeks from today. We'll read out the winner on November 3rd. On the podcast. So make sure you enter.
Are we going to do it on the podcast?
We'll do it on the podcast, yeah. And so time is running out on that. But honestly, you shouldn't just enter just to win the shirt. The product's great. Manscaped just launched in the UK.
Yeah.
We've gone years without using the right tools for the job. You can be one of the first men in England to experience Manscaped's life-changing products. Manscaped's redesigned the trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has perfected the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK. It doesn't nick your balls.
I mean, how many people out there have the longest fucking ball hair because they've nicked their ball once? I've fucking been there. I was there recently. I just shaved my balls. I don't know what you're laughing at. Are you picturing my balls? Yeah. I shaved. It was. It almost. I wanted to shave more because I was finished and I didn't nick myself.
Well,
so I was like, I feel like.
Here's the thing.
It's weird.
The battery.
It shouldn't take you long to go around them anyway.
Well, the battery lasts 90 minutes.
Well, yeah, that's why we got you the lawnmower.
The battery lasts 90 minutes, so you could watch a full game while you're doing it. It's also waterproof, so if you want to take it in the shower, I don't know why you would, but
you know what?
can.
Bring a television into the shower, watch Chelsea beat City for 90 minutes, and you can shave your balls.
It's easy. You take it in the shower so you don't have to brush the ears up. Dipstick.
Yeah.
When they all congregate around the plug hole.
Yeah, it's all right when you clog your drain.
Pick them up.
We're all learning. All we know is you need this Lawnmower 3.0 in your life, and you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code BISH. That's BISH at manscaped.com. Again, you get entered into the signed shirt raffle, and Manscaped
I put my nuts in a shopping bag and put the handles over my ears, so it all gets caught in the bag.
So you can use that technique if you want. It also.
I was gonna stare you out then, Con, but I don't know whether you were really looking at me or.
No, for some reason I just pictured you going into a grocery store, but using the shopping bag as a mask. So you have the mask over your balls, but nowhere else. Like, don't worry, they're covered.
All right, guys. So let's make sure you get that bush to tush clean and make your testes.
Hey, hold on.
Their besties.
Hold on. Sorry. Unless you like a full bush, it's honestly a great trimmer.
Yeah.
You don't need a guard. You don't need a guard to shape it. It's honestly, it's easy enough. It's almost like it accommodates. I'm
don't
not
need a guard. What's someone standing outside the door?
Yeah. Exactly. It's funny because you don't like I just said, you don't need a guard to shape it. So
here's the thing: is that precise that you could shave a Man City or a West Ham badge into your crotch if that's what you're into. So it's precise and the light.
And if you do, please send them to £5.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to go to manscaped.com, use the code BISH, and get that 20% off and free shipping and enter into the competition. Also, on top of that,
Don't get confused and send in your ball hair.
Yeah. Go to 5pintsin.com and sign up for the mailing list for all the latest updates. And also, please give us a rating if you're enjoying the show on the podcast platform that you're listening to. Anyway, guys, it's been a fun episode. We'll talk to you next time.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.